Okay, for a while we're gonna be going crazy because every day till the next Monday, not tomorrow's Monday, the Monday after that, I'm going to be uploading videos like every single day. And today's video is going to be ranking my top 5 Invincible Fights, the greatest comic in the universe. This might be a long one, so let's get straight into it. But first, honorable mentions. First, I have Robot, aka the technical last fight of Invincible. The only reason this fight didn't make the list is because it really isn't that long, but it almost made it, considering Robot is my favorite character. But next honorable mention and last is Monk vs. Cecil. Now this fight was really good and impactful, but in terms of actual action, was lacking. Maybe I had like Cecil in a mech suit or something. I don't really know. But on to the actual list. Number 5 is what is considered that final fight. Invincible, Mark vs. Thlag. All of Thlag's kids vs. Omni-Man and Adam Eve too. Now having this be the lowest on the list. Now having this fight be the lowest on the list doesn't mean it's bad. It's actually one of my favorite fights, but I just don't like the feeling they went for the ending. It feels like the whole Voldemort Empire being a good thing was kind of rushed, and the visuals were really good, but not exactly final fight worthy. Invincible was a bloody, gory mess, and to have the final fight just be them punching each other in the sun was kind of underwhelming. Never thought I'd say that. People fighting in the sun was underwhelming, you know? But, the part I did like was all of Thlag's kids. It makes you question how Thlag made all these kids. Whoa, yo! Like, there were millions of these guys just getting torn through like it was nothing. Alan saving Invincible is good, but I'll never forget that alien, you dirty Cyclops. Next on the list is Thlag vs. Battle Beast. I wanted to make a whole video about this fight, but couldn't figure out how to talk about it. This fight could have easily won first place or second place. But one thing with this fight, it was supposed to be going on for months in the actual series. So they would kind of have like a page of fighting in every issue, which kind of sucks because we have a little here and there's just not enough to this fight. But what we do have is amazing, just pure chaos and action and gore. Everything that makes Invincible good is just compacted into one in this fight. I hope once they get around to adapting it in the show, they add more to it. But it was really close to third place. There just wasn't enough content. Speaking of third place, Mark vs. Angstrom Levy, the first fight. I'm counting the Spider-Man crossover too. Anyways, this may come as a shock, but I think this fight is tense and amazingly done. Invincible. Seeing Invincible try over and over again to win, and then seeing him finally snap was amazing to me. Especially the "I thought you were stronger" line was peak Invincible. Also, there was really good art in this fight too, and also, this is basically Dinosaur, so 10 out of 10. I also love Invincible meeting Spider-Man. Like my two best friends meeting him. All we need is Invincible and Deadpool, and I would be happy dying. Wait, let me switch shut up. Dang it! Wait, Spider-Man, Deadpool, and Invincible? Then I would be good if that happened. Wait, we're getting off topic. Number 2, Omni-Man vs. Invincible. And I know that comic readers are screaming at me right now, but I'm counting the TV show version too. I honestly love this fight. Seeing Mark get completely smashed. Whoa, yo! Whoa! Completely beaten. It's so fun, yet sad to watch. The train scene, of course, and...
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die. Think, Mark! You'll outlast every fragile, insignificant being on this planet. You'll live to see this world crumble to dust and blow away!
Just make it so good. If Think Mark Think wasn't there, I honestly don't think it would be this high on the list. Speaking of that, did you know that Think Mark Think actually comes from the comics? In the show, he only says Think Mark. Anyways, this fight is amazing, 10 out of 10. Now this next fight, I made a whole dang video about, and I changed everything I knew about comics. So I'm gonna just put that video in here, because nobody watched that video. Before we do that, Future Monkey here. I was editing, and I changed my mind. Thlag vs. Battle Beast is number 2. I don't know, I was smoking. Thlag vs. Battle Beast is so good, it's number 2. Mark is still in his blue suit, which is basically his black suit, Spider-Man suit. So he's not in the white headspace. And like the title, it's right after the Invincible War. So Mark is going to help the city that is completely leveled when Conquest shows up. And he basically says, if you ain't been wetting this planet, I'm going to kill you. And Mark is all emo and just tells him off. And Conquest little blows him and starts beating the little piss out of Mark. I can show you on screen, but it's like putting Spider-Man against Speedball. They're both superheroes, but they are completely different on power level. Conquest is giving this man PTSD because he's doing what Omni-Man did, but on a way worse scale, throwing him through buildings and ships, and Mark is trying to damage this guy, and he asks for more. Conquest asks for Mark to fight him stronger. Like, what villain does this? And he just there because, and he says he's only there because he doesn't need to hold back on Earth. And he could do whatever he wants. So Mark is already pretty messed up. And freaking Kid Omni-Man himself, Oliver, comes up and tries to fight him. This is like putting Speedball against Thanos. Conquest straight up tells, well, this technically like 2-year-old, but more like 10-year-old, that he's going to eat his heart. Like, this is the number one menace, but so Mark gets Oliver the hell out of there, and eventually Mark is able to make Conquest bleed. By this point, Cecil is panicking and wants to DA Sinclair and asks for his reaniman to go help. And he says they're not finished. And Cecil says, then God help us all. Like, Bill has death in his eyes. He's terrified of this man. So Adam Eve, who's in the hospital from the Invincible War, jumps in and to go help Mark. Back in the fight, Mark is still getting pounded. So Oliver shows up and somehow hurts him, but not very much. Conquest throws Mark to the side and slaps Oliver and then snaps his arm for no reason, but was literally fighting Oliver for shits and giggles. By this point, Mark is looking worse than he did when he fought Omni-Man. So Adam Eve shows up and stabs Adam through the gut with his blood. When her blood lands in Conquest's mouth, he legit says, so pretty. This man is the number one menace. Like, bro, is that a fetish? We don't need it. We don't need Mark here. We need the cops, bro. So Conquest basically like, damn, you're still alive? And now Mark is pissed, bro. And, like, he says he's going to beat you even if he has to die to do it. And then dropped one of the hardest panels in the whole series. Like, I had to stop and just admire this. Mark completely shadows this man's robotic arm, but also shadows his. But he is on full-on villain mode and starts biting chunks out of Conquest and starts gaining a lead. He's beating this man to the ground, screaming, die, die, die. This is when Adam Eve, I don't even know what she does here. She sends like a full power beam into Conquest, burning his body like Dobby, and he keeps getting beaten. Conquest grabs Mark's other hand and shadows it. So Mark has no arms left to fight, and just headbutts this man over and over again, like thousands of times, until he shadows his face in. This was my favorite fight in the comic, at least, and I want to talk about it. I think this is supposed to mirror the Mark versus Nolan fight heavily, but I think it's also showed the hopelessness of this all. But Invincible is one of my favorite comics. But my next video will also probably be Invincible, so you don't have to wait for more.